Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of my live stream. I said four. I'm a little bit early, so when I'm not on time, meaning I'm late, too early. Nevertheless, I know that you will be watching. I'm trying to refresh my laptop so that I can see whenever anyone actually comes in and share their thoughts. All right, today, as you all know, I am strictly keeping as far as streaming is concerned, right? So here it is. Now, for the past couple of years in which I've been on YouTube, uh, persons have been sharing their ideas as to which channel is doing good, which channel is doing bad, which channel is mediocre, which channel is at the top, which channel you should emulate. All right, so I usually watch fish farm news with JH Aquatics, right? And it had some issues with it to me, but it was useful in actually learning about other persons and stuff, right? But looking at that, I look within myself and I say, being somebody who loves research and statistics and teaching, I think that some amount of flawedness existed there. So I said to myself, why not see if I can try to do it in such a way that it is not subjective to my own thinking. So let me declare, I am not in the list, not at all, because I am the moderator, right? I would love to be in the list, as I've said before, but I am not. Okay, so today, the couple of minutes in which I've been sharing you this discourse on on my stream, I'll be talking about the rules and how you go about getting the listings. All right, first things first. I am only one person, right? And so far I have about roughly 150 person on my list, right? And as you all know, I will be just highlighting the top 100, right? With exclusive commentary and highlights on the top 10 channels that are really doing good as non-monetized channels, right? Okay, so here's it. I'll be doing. I'll be looking at the amount of views you get per month. So this is a series that will run once every month, right? And hopefully it will be out roughly within the first week of the following month, right? If you really look at it, you realize that there's a lot of data to be collected, tabulated, and presented, right? So I'm trying to give myself a little time to do all that work, right? So a thing wherein which I might be commenting on some, but for the majority, although I was advised that I could do a little commentary, but I'm going to be saving that commentary for probably a stream or probably a short discourse where I talk about the different channels as to where they're at, what they're doing, right? So therefore they can actually reach where they're at. All right, so first thing, so I check the amount of views you have for the month, right? From the first of the month to the last of the month. And this is done twice. This is done twice per month. That I normally do it like the first 2 weeks. I'll check your channel. I tabulate all the views, whether or not you have additional views done. That calculation is neither here nor there. After I check the first 2 weeks, I will then the following 2 weeks I will check again from that will be third and fourth week, and then I will tabulate all that information and I will present it in tabulated form, presentation. I'm yet to decide as to how I'm going to be doing all that, if it's a down or if it's a thing going across, right? Hi, so hi no sir, hi no sir, hi Tiona, Corey's Exotics, nice to see you. Yes, I appreciate you being here, right? I'm just the top 100 in which I'm expected to actually deliver coming February the 5th, right? So here we are. Oh, I am in a sec. No, how I do this thing? I'm I'm trying to select. Ah, good, 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 good. Ah, I try to do something there, right? Okay. Tiona, my good sister, one time Jamaica, now she turned Canadian. She is an awesome person with a large appetite, a really really wide. How should I say? A very excellent personality, right? If you have not check her out, right? And no friend of mine, passion pets, passion for pets. Nice to see you. All right, so so here we are. So we are. It's a lot of work, guys. I'm telling you, it's a lot of work. So I be looking at. Forgive me if hi Jamaican girl, nice to see you. I'm yeah. I'm looking at the views. So within the top 100, I'm looking at the views. Now, when it comes on to the top 10 now, there are some intricate things in which I'll be looking at. Looking at how many likes. Two, I'll be looking at how many subscribers. Three, I'll be looking at how these persons have been able to get persons to be engaged with them. So it's a whole array of things. I intend to scope to go beyond the top 10, but for the month of January, which is a lot of work, to go throughout all those 150 channels in which I have listed right now, and I'm still listing every day, right? It takes a lot of time, so yes, I'm trying my best as possible to help to promote the fish keeping hobby and to get persons to realize that they are being noticed by you little old me, right? So this is the thing. So you might be missed. We might be good friends, we might be communicating on the internet, I might be watching your channel, but somewhere somehow I have missed your channel in the top 100. Just give me a little notification, just hit me up and let me know, and I will share for February. If you're watching and you're unsure as to whether or not you're on the list, you can just hit me up and let me know. You don't have to be a subscriber to my channel to be on the top 100. It's all about your what you are doing, and persons are watching, and persons really find your channel interesting. For the fact that persons are actually watching your channel, that means you're actually doing something that is really awesome. Okay, Corey Exotics. Probably it's year end, DPK. It's okay on my end, right? What you could try to do, you could try to refresh the screen to see if everything will actually come back to as how it should, right? So Corey, I don't know how many persons remember Corey, amphibian and fish channel. Amphibian and Fish channel is the same channel with this little guy, with his parrot, his bird, right? Yeah, and the fish, yeah, it's the same person, right? It's just that he has changed. A few other persons have also a few other actually changed their name, some of which I don't remember right now, but I am gonna be trying to get all that information before February 5th, so therefore I can share it with you. Uh, okay, I'm trying to be with those persons. Hi, Shiny Collector. Nice to see you. Alright, cool, cool. Alright, so we have a lot of fish keeping channels out there, right, guys? And some of them, I'm telling the truth, I I just found them out by just going on channels and just looking at persons who have been commenting on channels. Now the thing is that if you are not the person to go on the next person's channel and comment on the next channel video, you might find that you have been left out. If you have not produced any video in the month of January, you might be left out. Well, not might, you will be left out, because it's all about the views for the top 90, and then as it reaches down to the top 10, we'll be looking at likes, and we'll be looking at we have this thing where, well, I have this thing where I call it 5 star. 5 star is the highest. So for every, I think it's every 300 subs you get a star. So therefore it works out to be for every 500 for every 5 sub you get a star, right? So therefore if you have 1,000 sub, it would be 2 star. If you have 1,500 subs, it will be 3 stars, right? Obviously you'll be heading into, at 1,500 you'll be heading into monetization. So as soon as you reach the monetization zone, we'll be mentioning that on the top 100, but you will no longer be listed, right? So if you have been monetized after the publication of the top 100, there's nothing wrong. It won't be cancelled out. If you have been monetized probably about 48 hours before the top 100, you'll still be there, but it's just that notation will be made in the description that you have been monetized, right? There's a lot of other complicated rules that exist. I've been typing them out recently. I can't remember all of them, but one of the things that you must remember is that as a fish tuber, you are, well, not really required, but it is one of the nice things for you to actually check out other person's channel, comment on other person's channel, and also collabs, right? There are points for collaboration, there are points for comments, there are points for the whole idea of technology introduction, all that. But these points are just allocated to the top 10, right? And based on that now, so somebody might have 9,000 points while some person might have like 10 points, but you find that the person with 10,000 points, you find out that the person with the 10,000 points, they will be number one as far as viewers is concerned, as some other thing is concerned. But you have some other things that probably they might get a mark that is not really up there, right? So it's all about you doing networking. It's all about you actually meshing within the social sphere, so individuals can be a part of this awesome hobby. Now I'm really excited about it. As I said before, I won't be going back. So if I have calculated the first week, all of the views and the other little things, right? Even let's say for example, right, you have a video, and the video when it came out, it was like at 50 views for about 2 days or 3 days, and then all of a sudden it spring up to 800 views, right, at the end of the month, right? But when I check it in the middle of the month, it was at 50 views, right? I can't be held liable if the additional 750 views were not calculated. Please bear with me, as when you look at it, I am going through all this list. I'm actually doing it. I'm actually tabulating and putting in sequential data. So it's kind of a little rough to go back and forth all the time. Plus, you want this data to be there. You want this data to be presented at a particular time, right? And I am not biased with regards to who exactly end up in the list, right? Whether you're my friends, yes or no, it all depends on the people out there who are watching them, right? And as I said before, you don't have to be subscribed to me to be within the top 100. I have so far about 150 channels, and It is the channels with the highest numbers of views right now for the top 100, and as it reaches the top 10, there are a lot of intricate details that will be going for that. So probably you might end up with a top 100, and then you might end up with, probably later in the evening, you might have the top 10, and you have more info attributes, right? For example, if that person technology in dragging the person, the thumbnail is awesome. You find that that person have a lot of connection with persons out there, and doing person do a lot of live stream, that will be mentioned. If that person have a lot of subs, if that person have a little bit of subs, that will also be mentioned, right? So it's a lot of details that have not pen to paper, but the ideas are there and it is flowing, right? And there's gonna come a time where I'm gonna need a help. I'm gonna need somebody to end up working. As you all know that I have a fish farm, I have work, I have a family and all that, I have a life. So it's all about that. So that is it for with regards to the top 100. And so there will be practically, I know for a fact there will be two. Everybody stop talk. I know for a fact that there will be two videos, the top 100, including the top 10, and the all right, and there will be a commentary, which actually talks about, whether I am looking at the difference between the top 10 and the bottom 10, that's on right, and those persons that are like 199 coming down, right, and all that will be work. If you have some ideas as to how to make it more less subjective to particular channels, you can let me know, and I will put that in ideas from friends. So therefore I am trying to work it. I am not gonna be looking at this thing from what I call it, a, a saddle point of view. Like when the horse is actually racing, the horse have actually some blinders, right? Yeah, blinders they call it. So I'm not gonna be looking at straightforward, only my ideas. So as soon as you kind of have a little idea with regards to how I can make thing be less subjective to the moderator's point of view, you can you can share. Also, there's gonna come a time where I'm gonna be asking the for viewers' choice as to um, which channel they think is really awesome, and yeah, it's gonna be one in which you're gonna be voting. Persons might find it a little bit heckling to do that, meaning in the sense that they don't want their votes to be seen public. So my email address will be there, and you'll be seeing viewers choice as to which channel you think probably that channel have 50 odd views, but at the same time you think that that person did an awesome video during the course of February, March, April, so that person should be awarded, or should be, person should, them and say, hey, listen, check out Thanks and More, and Pans and More, Thanks and More, check on Passion for Pets, for with regards to Tuesday video on such and such. You can check it out, it's awesome and all that. And if there's a lot of persons actually making that suggestion, then a mention of that will be made, but it won't be on the premise of only one person, but it's a coordinated effort, right? I break a little bit to um I break a little bit to actually congratulate Aquafunk on the birth of his of his daughter. um I don't know her name, but it's I know the feeling when you actually have persons. I don't know what happens. Like all of my life with my thing. Okay, okay, it's there, it's there. Hey, Tiana, you know how one person can eat so much food. Alright, guys. Um, yeah, yeah. I've rated Aquafunk in that I don't mean as a different person and do that, right? Alright. Trying to see the comments on my laptop. Alright. Cool. I'm trying to see my laptop. Alright, cool. So out of my experience in YouTube, she was the one who actually shared me some points, and it has worked. And